Donald Trump has, I think the best way to describe it is Donald Trump, to use a poker term, was on tilt in the middle of the night a couple of days ago. Clearly, Donald Trump's atrocious and abortive debate performance has been affecting him. First, he started denying provable truths during the debate. Then, after the debate, he denied the denials, and he also denied some of the statements he made during that debate. And then now, we have learned that Donald Trump went on a completely bizarre and unhinged rant in the middle of the night about a sex tape, a presidential candidate at 5 in the morning tweeting about a sex tape. He first tweeted to his supporters or his detractors or whoever follows the guy on Twitter at about 3:20 in the morning Eastern time. And I'll show you this tweet saying, "Do not believe media reports that are using the phrase sources said. There are no sources. They are just made up lies." 2 hours later, at 5:30 a.m. in the morning, Donald Trump went on just a ridiculous Twitter rant about the former Miss Universe winner, who he fat shamed by calling her Miss Piggy, and whose heritage he denigrated by calling her Miss Housekeeping. We're of course here talking about Alicia Machado, who is very clearly on record about the disgusting ways in which Donald Trump allegedly treated her, how his attacks on her led to her developing an eating disorder, etc. And Donald Trump putting out a tweet here, which I will also show you, saying, "Did crooked Hillary help disgusting? Check out sex tape and past. Alicia M. become a U.S. citizen so she could use her in the debate." It's not that common for presidential candidates to recommend people look at sex tapes on Twitter in the middle of the night. Now, whether or not this alleged sex tape exists is irrelevant. It does appear to be false. Alicia Machado appeared in a sort of risque scene on a reality television show. There doesn't appear to be any sex tape. That's not really the point, right? The real point is that this is disgusting even many Republicans. I'll show you a tweet by a notable Republican strategist, Anna Navarro, who said, "Trump's gone from erratic to unhinged, from vulgar to gross, from unfit to be president to unfit to be called sane." Does anybody else see a pattern here? When Donald Trump is alone and allowed to just think and tweet, we see the real Trump, right? We see the self-destructive Trump. This is evidence that Donald Trump is clearly unfit to be president. But as I've said before, this continues to reinforce in me the idea that on some level, Donald Trump does not want to be president. This is a pattern. Remember when around midnight one night during the primary campaign, he posted this unflattering picture of Heidi Cruz, the wife of then Republican rival Ted Cruz. These are not presidential actions. These are not logical actions for a 70-year-old man to be participating in. This is a 13-year-old in the body of a 7-year-old who somehow is going to end up being, at worst, missing the presidency by a few million votes. Newt Gingrich, somehow the voice of reason in this entire thing. I'll put up a tweet, a quote rather, from Newt Gingrich, who said, "You can't tweet at 3 in the morning, period. There's no excuse ever. Not if you're going to be president of the United States." So he's really got to decide. If he's got to be himself, then he may well not win. If he's willing to grow into the role of president, then he may win. When Newt Gingrich is sounding reasonable, when Newt Gingrich is the voice of reason, you know that you're off the deep end. And some people are getting it. Some people are saying, Hillary Clinton, yeah, I disagree with her on a lot of policy. I don't like this or that she's done in terms of cronyism and sort of the destructive nature of how politics are funded. I don't like it. But Donald Trump is tweeting about sex tapes at 5 a.m. This is not a man who can be president of the U.S., period. I hope it's enough to keep Trump out of the White House. It may not be. Many of our viewers and listeners know that just posting your job listing on one website isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you really need to post your job on all the top job sites. And now you can with ZipRecruiter.com. You can post your job to 100 plus job sites, including social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. You can find candidates in any city, any industry, nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails, no juggling calls to your office. You can quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person quickly. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 1 million businesses. And right now, David Pakman Show listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ziprecruiter.com/free trial. That is ziprecruiter.com/free trial. One more time, try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/free trial.